Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Texans and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore, the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Well, look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
Here's Steven Sims with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL. And it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy's just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success. You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun now for Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Stroud off the play fake. Headed out right. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone,
intercepted in the end zone. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
well, That's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They send a tight end in motion. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Harris on second down. And he's brought down for a loss. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Russ now from the gun. Catch made by Austin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. First down, here's Russ. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. First carry for the versatile vet, Cordero Patterson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Traps, screens, draws, you need the element of surprise. The problem is, this defense was all over that draw. You couldn't fool them, even if you wanted to.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. This Texans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan. Another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 24. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Cole Holcomb has it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
A give to Patterson out of the shotgun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now trying to run it with Harris. Up to the races, middle of the field. There it is, touchdown Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, I think they would have been happy just getting a new set of downs, Brock. Instead, he hits a home run.
And you know this, Kate. I love run plays on this down and distance because you usually get man-to-man. And what happens with man-to-man, those guys turn their backs, and if you get a lane, you get a shot, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Sims now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And Brock, they are not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Stroud. He completes it in traffic. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Into the hands of Schultz. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Texans reach pay dirt for the first time this game. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. First down throw from Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Gets this one to Cordero Patterson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Steelers first down. Wilson now. This one's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 7-point lead in the first. Boswell to add the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Boswell on to send this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Houston calls it second timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Now he takes it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Back to throw, Stroud. Oh no, they get him yet again! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it! And the Steelers get it back after making their third